I made millions of dollars online with one sole intention, and that was for you to like me. I built $1 million a year plus business. I built a social media presence. I have thousands of followers, and all of it was strictly so that you on the other side of the screen right now would like me. And, not a lot of people talk about that. Most people want to say that they built businesses because they wanted to have a big impact or they wanted to create a great life. I just wanted people to think I was cool. And I'm not proud of saying it, but I am man enough. And I know there are other people out there. And after, making millions of dollars online and amassing, you know, tens of thousands of followers on social media platforms, I've realized that that was never going to give me what I wanted. Really, what I was looking for is I was looking for a sense of validation, acceptance. I just wanted people to think that I was the man, right? And what's super dangerous about placing your validation and status and own self-concept in the hands of other people is that, number one, you don't even know what other people are thinking. So whatever you think other people are thinking about you, that's how you're making your own self-image. That's how you're making your own self-concept. And so if you place your identity, if you place your value, if you place your self-worth in literally an illusion, then you can see how that leaves you feeling pretty empty, because if you deep down believe that maybe you aren't good enough, then you're going to continue to tell yourself the story that you're not good enough. And that's exactly how I was. I made my first $100,000 month and I was like, well, now I need to make 200,000 in order to be successful. I made my first million. I was like, I need to make my, second million online. And I made a couple $1,000,000 online. And none of that has anything to do with like who I am, my self-worth, my validation. And it wasn't until I realized that the only reason why we want something is because we think it's going to make us feel a specific way. The only reason why I wanted tens of thousands of followers online is because I thought it was going to make me feel important. The only reason why I wanted to make millions online is because I thought it was going to make me feel powerful. I thought it was going to make me feel competent. And so if you strip back all the layers, you realize that you learn these lessons when you're a child, whether it's on purpose or on accident. We learn these lessons that are true or not true, but they help us make sense of the world. And so what I've learned after, making millions online and now impacting thousands of people all over is that you're never truly going to be able to accept that level of success, no matter how much success you have, right? I have friends that make way more money than me, and they certainly don't have nearly as much peace as I do now. Why is that? Well, because they're still searching for something in the work that they're doing, in the content they're making, in whatever it is. They're still trying to prove themselves to the world and giving away all their power on who they are. Because at the end of the day, the only way you're going to achieve true peace and operate from a place of love in the day-to-day and share that with the entire world is to first feel that within yourself. First feel true fulfillment within yourself. First feel full acceptance of yourself completely as you are, your past, your future. Because we cannot control anything in the past and we cannot control the future. We can influence the future by our current actions today. But a lot of the things that happen to us in our lives, like, the judgment of other people, or, I don't know, the success of your business, for example, or the success of your social media, like, we can influence these things, but we have very little control at the end of the day. And so when we relinquish that need for control and we can fully accept ourselves as we are, then we don't need anything from anybody. And when you can come from a place where you don't need anything from anybody, then you can actually start to give. Because the thing is, I know a lot of people who are super successful, some of them are giving from a place of lack. They're giving from a place of, I want something back from you. It's transactional. They're not giving from a place where they are overflowing internally, right? And so it's very important to note that it's not a bad thing to try and chase money, I think. I don't think it's a bad thing to try and make more money. I think it's a great thing. I live a fantastic life. I just had my assistant over here. I'm able to give him a job after he graduates from college. Like, how incredible is that? I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't making more money. I wouldn't be able to pay my team if I wasn't making more money, right? I just onboarded a new team member today. I'm probably going to onboard another one. I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff if I wasn't making more money, right? So making more money and trying to make more money is not a bad thing. It's about where it comes from. Is it coming from a place of lack within and you're trying to prove yourself to the world? That is a dangerous path that's going to lead you to a bottomless pit where you feel empty and you feel like you have to turn to drugs or, external things or these worldly things that are never going to fulfill you. You have to find it within yourself and accept yourself fully as you are, regardless. I'm good with this thing. I'm good without this thing. I am me. When you can come to that place, then you can start to live from a place of love and abundance. And I'm not necessarily saying that you're guaranteed to make millions on life. There are plenty of people, or millions online. There are plenty of people who are super at peace, who are broke, and that's okay. The point that I'm trying to make is that whatever it is that you think that you want, you think it's going to make you feel a specific way. You should lean into those desires because where those desires are where there's going to signal a lack from within you. So lean into that and figure out, how can I give myself that feeling without needing the world and reality to give it to me first? And then you can detach from the need to have that thing and think a lot more clearly, think a lot more abundantly, and come from a place of love rather than fear and scarcity. I can't guarantee you that if you follow this advice, you're going to have even any of the success that I've had. But I can guarantee you that if you follow this advice, you'll find a lot more peace in your life. You'll be able to give from a place of love. And at the end of the day, that's really all anybody wants, right? Happy Friday, y'all. Catch you in the next one. Peace.